Hi, welcome to this ShareStream presentation about the new version called Next. I have just two issues to quickly explain before the webinar is played. First, we ran into a difficulty with rendering the homework picture inside of needs grading. So I just want to demonstrate that this does happen. The video is rendered correctly. This is a standard Blackboard assignment, and then through a Mashup, students add a video as homework. And so then faculty can go to needs grading, which is of course located in the grade center, and the video will render so that faculty can watch the video and then provide notes and grade the item. Now the second piece was a question about captioning. And captioning is of course done at the university and is taken seriously as a requirement. And so we have a number of suggestions for faculty and departments. These range from manual captioning to hiring a company that's going to do the captioning for us. And the solutions here for ShareStream also have a number of options. First of all, you can take the MP4 file that you are recording and then embed captions into it. So let's say that you should send the file to an external company, and you would consult with your department how you choose to outsource it, but you receive back an MP4 file with captions already embedded, and then you upload that to ShareStream. Another option is to use the Sharestream Mediamanager, which is the third tool in our options here. And within the Mediamanager, you then right-click on the video that is not yet captioned, you go to Add Captions, and then you go ahead and locate the SRT file that you prepared with the timed captions, and you upload it. And of course, the new updated way of doing that, right at the upload screen for videos, you can select send this file for captioning. And so what ShareStream is going to do is it'll send it for automated captioning, and then the captions will appear. Then you will have to go in and edit them, or again, you can outsource that activity as well. So I hope that you enjoy the webinar that's going to follow this quick introduction, but I did want to explain those two issues ahead of time. Thank you very much.
Devices and on desktops. Now, the reason why that's important is because when so you could, for example, choose to record a 2 GB video and then upload it as an attachment to Blackboard, and then some faculty do that. So a couple of problems with that is that, number one, the Blackboard system is not optimized for video delivery performance, and the sizes of courses where these videos are uploaded directly to the course are problematic. The sizes cause us to slow down copy of courses. There are certainly limitations that we have on size of courses per course. This flows right into archiving of courses that causes difficulty. And also the operations, so the interfaces for these videos directly embedded in Blackboard are not optimal. Another part of it is that assignments are being submitted by students that include video. So let's say that you do an assignment where you say, go ahead and maybe it's a public speaking class, and you say, for 5 minutes, talk to us about this subject, record yourself on video, and then submit. And so again, you could attach this kind of video to an assignment, and if you do, your course is going to be very, very large, because now you may have 10 or 20 or 30 students each submit a video. So this is where ShareStream shines, because ShareStream allows us to submit the student videos or faculty presentation videos and then embed it through an external system that's protected. So that's how it's different, for example, from YouTube. And the interfaces are rather straightforward for this kind of embedding, much easier than what we have in Echo. So among these three, we cover a number of options for faculty. But definitely the mobile app that ShareStream has that now allows actually students to capture videos right on their phone and then upload to the course. Those are some of the features that make ShareStream a really good partner and a good fit in the selection of tools. All right, so I see that Gideon says he hasn't used ShareStream yet, and Don as well. So great. So welcome, and so we'll go ahead and show you how to use it. So now I'm going to switch to the Blackboard course, and we're going to go over the new features. In fact, I'll make it a point not to teach you how ShareStream used to work. I'll just show you how it works now. I think this is going to make the presentation fit within the time allotted. But obviously, in the past, interfaces were a little bit more convoluted. So we'll go ahead and switch in the presentation to my browser. And so I will click the magic button here, share application, and we'll go ahead and share my browser. Excellent. All right. So this is Blackboard Learn as we know it today at UIC. This will change, of course, on Saturday. On Saturday, we're going to go through a major update in Blackboard, and the interfaces are going to be in the responsive design, which means that they will fit into tablets and phones a lot better, and a number of new features will be enabled. You can learn more about it on our ACCC website. So at this point, I'm going to switch to a course, and this course basically has all the weeks in folders, and there are about 49 graded assignments. So this is a fairly rich course in content. So what steps do I have to take to embed a video that is going to be optimized for video delivery? Again, I could, so I'll go ahead and switch to an empty folder here. I could do something as simple as, say, build an item, and then we'll do that, and then call it YouTube video. Then let's switch to YouTube to find a video that we would like to share, perhaps something like UIC. Okay, maybe UIC Blackboard. And yeah, we actually have an entire channel of videos, and one of the videos on our HTTP channel deals very much with ShareStream. So as a follow-up, that might be useful. But in order to embed this video, I would go to Share, I would go to Embed Code, and so I'll go ahead and copy what's available in the embed code, then return to my course. I will switch to the HTML view for the item, paste in the code, update. Nothing shows up here of much meaning, but we'll go ahead and switch it to my course. And so embedding, of course, YouTube videos is as easy as putting the embed codes. So how about ShareStream? Because this time we actually have a video that was recorded, and I have a couple of videos here in my downloads. So I have some local videos, and these local videos could be screencasts, as was mentioned, maybe a PowerPoint presentation that was taken right off the screen, or maybe it's a cell phone recording. And so they will come in MOV for Macintosh or for Apple devices, or they might come in MP4s or other formats. So this is how easy it is to do in our new ShareStream system. I'll go ahead and go to Build Content, and I will use ShareStream Mashup. So Mashup is a tool in this Web 2.0 terminology that basically says we're going to put a number of pieces together, we'll mesh them. So we're going to draw content from multiple sources. And you will see a number of mashups that are available across Blackboard. But this one under build content, again, same place where you would add an item or an image or other things, you'll go ahead and click on the ShareStream Mashup. From here, if your course has never used ShareStream, you'll see that the lower side is empty. So there are no videos that ShareStream associates with this course yet. So this is as simple as saying upload here. I'll click on the button. I'll go ahead and select a video, and I'll press upload. Now I have some options for metadata, and let's go ahead and do an upload here. So what ShareStream is doing are actually two steps. One, it's uploading the content to ShareStream itself, and it's going to process it for optimized video delivery. So I mentioned earlier that it's actually technically possible to take a video like an MOV file and just attach it to a course. The size of that video will be huge, which means that students who are not on Internet 2 or really quick downloads, maybe on their phones, on non-LTI or a 3G connection, they will have hard time seeing that video. That video has to download all the way down before it will start playing. So what we say when we say that ShareStream optimizes videos for a web delivery, they are going to process the video into a different format that can be streamed. So that means that the video will start playing almost immediately as downloaded parts come along. So if you have a 2 GB video, if you just put it in Blackboard and uploaded it, it would take a long time for a student to see the download progress bar before it'll start playing. So first of all, ShareStream optimized the video for delivery, and when I press add, it does the second step, which is automatically then embedding the video into my course. So as far as faculty members and instructional designers are concerned, there's only one step in that you go to build content and then you go to ShareStream Mashup, and then you press upload, add, and you're done. Uh, in the past, this would be a multiple-step approach. And so from here, of course, students can launch the video and stream it. Now, are there any questions at this point? I'm going to navigate my browser back to what about Srt files? I am not sure, Vince. What are the Srt files? I mean, I'm aware of SWF files. Oh, caption files. Yes. So in terms of captioning, let me navigate back here. In terms of captioning, when we get to the point, I'm going to navigate back to. So the step of captioning would then be done from the second tool, which is the ShareStream Pick and Play. And so we're working with ShareStream right now to point our captioning resources when it comes to completing the caption of let's see here, when it comes to captioning of the files. So let me follow up on that, Vince. That's an excellent question. Of course, for accessibility reasons, the captioning files are important, and I know that there was a button that directly takes us to ShareStream's captioning system, but that we need to repoint it back to the company that we are consulting for captioning. So Vince, let me follow up on that, and we'll send a follow-up email to everyone on the webinar on the captioning step. So, well, thanks for the question. We'll follow up on that. So let me show you what might happen if you have multiple videos. So at this point, the Mashup that I demonstrated is going to upload one video at a time. But let's see how we can do this with multiple files. There are actually three tools that ShareStream provides to us. One is the Mashup, another one is called Pick and Play, and another one is the Sharestream Mediamanager. And some of the instructional designers might have already access to the Media Manager, whereas most faculty will probably stay with Mashup or the Pick and Play. Now, both tools are available from the Tools menu in any course. So in the Tools menu, we have the Pick and Play, and we have the Media Manager. And oh, by the way, we will continue to, at least throughout the fall semester, we'll continue to display and let you use the old pick and play tool. So I will go ahead and click on the older pick and play tool, just because we appreciate that you might know the. Let me see what happened here. Let's tools. All right, that's the older one. So we can appreciate that you have already skills with ShareStream, and the pick and play tool that you've been using up to this point is more familiar. Uh, so in terms of the pick and play, this is the older interface. It requires Flash to be installed, and of course we know that Flash is end-lifed by many of the browsers, but you do have that available. And so I want to spend a lot of time explaining the old technology. One of the improvements within Pick and Play was the uploader, which was going to be more efficient. Now I'm going to take a step back, and we'll go to the new Pick and Play. Now, new Pick and Play is available through tools like the other tools were. However, this is of course a long list of tools, and if you have an empty shell, you actually have to create this tool menu before you will see it. So another way to access the Pick and Play now in ShareStream is to click under Course Tools, and in Course Tools we have now a direct link to the ShareStream Pick and Play, and it is the link to the new Pick and Play. So those are at least two ways to get to Pick and Play. There's actually a third way, and that is by going to Tools, and then by going to More Tools, and then ShareStream Pick and Play. Now this was also available with the old one, and what this will create is actually a link right in the course to Pick and Play. So so why would you have that in your course? Some instructors have the option of actually using ShareStream um, inside of ShareStream. So in other words, what we're doing right now is we're just embedding videos outside of the ShareStream. So the question on captioning, for example, um, what we have done is we uploaded video to ShareStream and then automatically embedded it, but there is more work that can be done on the video inside of the Pick and Play or inside of the ShareStream system. Inside of ShareStream, for example, by using the Pick and Play, students can upload videos directly and they can view videos right from there. So that's the nature of the new wave of integrations, which are called LTI. And these integrations basically say you have Blackboard course, but we have our own hosted system, very much like YouTube or like ShareStream. And you can log in directly to ShareStream, or you can log in to YouTube, and you can view videos there and use all our tools. Or you can go into Blackboard, and then you can see the output of our systems. So that's the difference, and that's why faculty might choose to actually have this link available to students. So let me go ahead and navigate to Pick and Play. Actually, let me just do this. I think I'm right here. Excellent. So let's just do a refresh of that. Okay. All right. So now that we are in the Pick and Play, and I just noticed that I'm in the wrong course. So let me just navigate back to the course I started with. Here we are, and we'll go ahead and navigate to ShareStream Video, and let's launch the correct course. There we go. All right, excellent. So this is the video that I uploaded. So if we were to see the details of the video, um, we are able to collaborate on the video by commenting on and marking as favorite and so forth. And this would be the interface then that would allow us to work with captioning and so forth. This is all inside of ShareStream. Let me demonstrate how to upload multiple files to ShareStream. So we'll go ahead and click Upload, click the Upload button, and now I can multi-select many videos at the same time. So we'll go ahead and say OK to that. So this is a great improvement over some of the previous interfaces in ShareStream, because this entire system now is a batch. And as a batch, it can be uploaded, processed, and also embedded in Blackboard. So here is, for example, the captioning service option for sending the files out. Right now, the files are being processed. We can see the progress of it. And I'll let this happen just for a second. The interface does support additional work, so I can go ahead and click on another batch, and while this batch is happening, I can already be uploading additional videos. So from that perspective, I understand that many times instructional designers may have 10, 20, or 50 videos that are embedding into the Blackboard course. And this is going to help to optimize that flow of work. All right, I could embed these videos one at a time into the courses. All right, I'll wait for the last one to go ahead and publish. All right, so now I will go ahead and click Publish All Assets. And now I have a choice to select one or more courses. So I know that some of the instructional designers sometimes support multiple sections of the same course. And so now you have the option of publishing to multiple courses at the same time. And in ShareStream, of course, the captioning would still be done in ShareStream, but our work in ShareStream at this point would be completed. And in Blackboard, you would select the area where you would like to insert these videos. And then you'll go to Build, go back to the Mashup that we used before. And now, momentarily, there we go. We have the videos which we uploaded to ShareStream available to be inserted. So we'll go ahead and select all 4 of them. We'll press Add. And what we can see is that all the content that I inserted earlier is there, but then also the new videos. Now it takes just a second to render the previews of the videos. So this is still downloading, but this is going to fill in momentarily with the content. There we go. So in very few steps, I can take a large number of videos. I can insert them into ShareStream and then quickly embed into any portion of Blackboard for student playback. Now, within Blackboard, there are a number of things that you can do with this kind of a video. For example, you can enable adaptive release on the video. Now, why is that important? So let's say that you would like to have videos to be consumed in some kind of a sequence. What you can do is you can have the first video be available to students, then follow the video with a short quiz about video. And then within the adaptive release, you get to select logic that will make the video available. So let's say that out of the many assignments that you have or the quizzes, you say that unless the student gets more than 90% on this particular quiz, they cannot continue to the next video. And so that's one way to accomplish more accountability, but also to establish a flow of assignments. So this feature is called adaptive release. Now, another feature that we could use here would be setting review status. Now, I'll go ahead and enable that on this particular video, and we'll enable review status. All right, and so what this is going to do to in a video to a student. So I'm viewing this as an instructor. I'll go ahead and switch my preview to a student view in Blackboard. This is going to take a moment to reload. There we go. We'll go ahead and go back to the video folder. And so what this produces in our course is a button called Mark Reviewed. Now, this button, it's a very simple mechanism where a student is going to go ahead and click on it, and this is going to then be a check mark. But the reason why it's important is because that way you at least can require students to indicate that they have reviewed all these videos. So it's not that you would verify that they actually have watched them. That's what a quiz would do, because then you're verifying not just that they watched them, but that they understood the content, which is important. These little mark reviewed options give you a very low end and low impact way to make sure that students are seeing the videos. Now, the marked reviewed is going to be useful from a reporting perspective. You can quickly report on who did that, but it also can be again used with that feature adaptive release. So unless someone pushes mark reviewed, the next video or the next module or the next folder in your course is not going to show up. And so that's why you can require that students are actually clicking, they're visiting the places in Blackboard where you would like content to be consumed from. And again, having this in ShareStream is helpful. So at this point, I showed you how to publish items, assets into, first of all, ShareStream and then into Blackboard. So let's take it a step further, and that is inside of ShareStream, we now have this feature called Inbox, Media Inbox. And this feature can be regulated by faculty under the settings, in that you get to select should students use the media inbox to submit videos. So again, in order for this to work, you would go ahead and create a pick and play link in your course, very much like this link right here. Then students log directly into ShareStream, and then they can submit videos, perhaps as homework, right into the media inbox. There's another way to have students submit videos, and that's the second option. That students can submit media from the learning management system or from Blackboard. And so if I go ahead and set these settings and go back to Blackboard, when it's time, let me just exit from student preview. All right, so when it's time to have an assignment submitted by students in the video format, we'd go under assignment, we'd go ahead and select the, For this demo, I'm actually going to use the first one, not the Sharestream Media assignment, but the assignment by itself. All right, and we'll call that video homework. We'll go ahead and mark points possible. All right, and that assignment's at the bottom now. This assignment can be submitted by students. Let's switch now back to a student preview. In this assignment, the same as you create for Word documents and for PDF files or just for comment entries. When a student clicks on the assignment, what's loaded here, all right, on the right submission, is what we call a rich text editor. And under the Mashup options, we have a Sharestream Media option. So we can click on that. And we can upload a video. All right, upload it. All right, and then let's go and submit it. So why is this option different? Because that's actually the new option. Why is this significant since we already had a Sharestream assignment in the past? Well, this is significant because any assignment that instructors have created in their courses so far, any normal, let's call it normal assignment in Blackboard, now can have Sharestream Media added to it. So just by using this mashup. So students can now, of course, add additional text or even add a file, maybe a Word document. There's an outline for the video that they presented. But that is the beautiful thing about this new edition of the student mashup is that faculty do not have to redesign their courses to receive videos as attachment that is optimized from the perspective of space and streaming. So if I was to exit preview, and I'm going to make sure that I change my default here. I do not want to delete. I want to keep the student data. So I now have a student that submitted a video. I can now navigate to grades needs grading feature. And here is the video homework that was just submitted. I can go ahead and click on it. And momentarily, when this reloads, all right, when this reloads, we'll have the video display, and then we can do inline grading with a direct feedback being sent to the student. We can add additional notes. Now, the media inbox also allows us to upload videos in ShareStream and then grade them in Blackboard. So that's another option that that's available to us. Okay, well, with that being said, are there any additional questions? Is there something that you'd like us to cover? Vance, I appreciate we're going to look at the process for captioning so that you know these can be submitted. You know, most of the time, what we find is that when the video is initially recorded, obviously the captioning is the process that takes place afterwards. So that's why you know ShareStream allows us to add the captioning content later. All right. So any questions at this point? about the process that we demonstrated. So Sandra is asking if the quiz following video need to be deployed in Blackboard. Can you link a quiz in a publisher site? So the reason why this quiz has to be in Blackboard is because the adaptive release needs to be able um, to understand what grade the student received. So going back to the adaptive release features, you can um, you can trigger release um, of a video based on date membership to a group, um, reviewed status, or any change in the gradebook column. So I suppose that if you do integrate Pearson or Cengage or a vendor system via LTI, and you are sending grades back from that vendor site into a gradebook column in Blackboard, then yes, this quiz could be on the vendor end. But it does have to be integrated with the gradebook because this is the only way that we know something has changed within Blackboard. Who is the vendor that you were thinking about, Sandra? Okay, Pearson. Uh, Yes, excellent. So with Pearson, you want to talk to them. They do have this technology exactly where it's a LTI connection, and when students complete certain assignments, this can be immediately sent back to Blackboard, and in that case, adaptive release will work just fine. So adaptive release is a really nice feature that helps you to make sure that students are chunking content instead of skipping through items that perhaps later are going to prove to be a block or a difficulty. You bet. Okay, so what I have not demonstrated so far would be the mobile app, and you can download the Sharestream mobile app. Um, Obviously, students can take their regular camera on the phone and then AirDrop or otherwise put the video on their computer. They can, of course, log in via the browser on their phone. However, sometimes uploading files from the browser over the phone is not as intuitive as we would like. But the um, the the third tool that that we have not spent too much time on under tools here. Uh, the third tool, the Media Manager, this of course would be available specifically to instructional designers, and and that is sort of the administrative tool for making sure videos are assigned correctly to courses or they can be moved around courses.